Portugal crashed out of the Euro 2024 quarterfinals on penalties against France. Looking at the talent in this team on paper, this is completely unacceptable. Not to be honest. I will leave this here for a minute for you to judge. I'm right, aren't I? Even if it's against France, who are still really scary, to be honest. But not this France at least. Crazy fact is, France with all their attacking talent only scored one open play goal in the entire tournament. Portugal, on the other hand, as per usual, didn't score a single goal in the crucial matchup and for about the third tournament run. Sad. What a waste, man. I feel like I should be, but before we go on, I know I'll get backed by all the Cristiano family. Hi fam, this is not a Messi vs Ronaldo debate, and no hate towards the football legend, but you got to have an honest conversation. I know that sounds pretty awful, but give me a minute, guys. Give me a minute. So, what really went wrong for Portugal? Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. While at it, please subscribe. As a footballing nation, Portugal is blessed. Way too blessed. I mean, there's a reason why they have the second most Ballon d'Or winners by nation. And in these Euros, they were no less. Going into it with one of the most talented squads ever. The balance and strength in each position was insane. I'm not sure the hype was as high as England, but man, they had it all. Back in 2016, when they actually went on to win it, they had a lesser squad. To be fair, the current squad is 1,000 miles better. A truly underdog story. They were never meant to win, but they did. Something I've learned over the years is, as long as the players get the message right, gel together, and fight, anything is possible. For a team that are the perfect qualifiers, you would expect that they are their setup right, or some sort of structure, right? You get what I mean. With Belgium, it was understandable when they went for a back three, as their defense was pretty weak. But guess what? Is that Nuno Mendes as the third centre-back pairing. That explains why they were so vulnerable to counter-attacks. For a minute, it looked like Czechia had this. Needed a last-minute winner to overcome them. In the second game, he reverted back to a back four. A little relief, a little better. They sailed through with a convincing 3 goals to none. Up next was Georgia. You know what? Let me revert back to the back three. Did they expect anything different? Kava or whatever his name is. Anyway, this man was a thorn in their back. Against Slovenia, their defense was pretty underwhelming. But again, you gotta give credit to that defensive masterclass. They had a penalty in extra time, but anyway, Ronaldo would have his moment and they'll sail through. Against France again, can I just say they were blunt, and this time no one was able to bail them out. At his age, Ronaldo's career is practically over. It's all about when, not if. But still, we can't deny that he's one of the greatest footballers to have ever lived. And his influence is surely unmatched. I mean, he shaped an entire generation. For almost 2 decades, he was up there. To some, he is one of the best ever, but we are not really here for that. Can we all agree first that at his age, the team should be built around him? No? You don't? Okay. I guess that's why even the manager was scared to bench him. And just sad to build his tactics around him. Don't get me wrong, Ronaldo doesn't have to retire from the national team in order for Portugal to reach their potential. That's not what I mean, but he should just accept that he's not the main man anymore. He doesn't have to start every game and do everything by himself. I mean, we haven't talked about the free kick even. Given his contribution in the qualifiers, it's evident that he can still do it. Obviously he can. He was the best. But for now, against a certain level of position, nobody is trying to dispute Ronaldo's legacy. For sure, all Portuguese are eventually and eternally indebted to him. No one can wash away that, but at this moment, these are the facts we are dealing with. These are just the facts we are dealing with. For the first time in his long career, he failed to score in a major tournament. We get it, right? Out of 5 matches, he had 22 shots, the most in this year's Euros, and the second highest expected goals. What did we expect? The last time he scored in a major tournament was a penalty against Ghana in the 2022 World Cup. As much as we don't like rankings, let's just use it to determine the level of position he scores against. Ghana were ranked 61st in the world at the time when Ronaldo scored against them. In the qualifiers, he scored 10 goals, which pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome. Joint top scorer, by the way, but the highest ranked nation in the group was Slovakia, who were ranked 50th in the world. The last time he scored against a top-ranked nation was in the Nations League in June 2022, when he scored a brace against Switzerland, who were ranked 14 at the time. That brace came in the middle of a 14-match stretch where Ronaldo scored just 2 times. 2 times. He now plays in a league that is far from top football. Those who try to quantify the level of the Saudi Pro League have placed it at a region above 25 in the world. Combine this with his goals for Portugal, in that he only scores against teams ranked 50th and below. He doesn't possess any of the main things that separated him from the rest of the players in his prime: his speed, his strength, and his aerial ability. And by aerial ability, I mean his actual ability to jump like he used to, not his heading accuracy. Trust me, I've been watching him for years, and the follow-up in the last, I would say, 3 years has been massive. Maybe his knee injury held him back, but this is the new reality, and we should all accept it. Given that goals are such an issue for them, let me talk about the attack for a bit. I had a feeling that Portugal would actually do pretty well against this French team, and they did, except obviously scoring goals. Please get me right, this is not only on Ronaldo, it's on Martinez as well, for his selections and in-game management. I mean, you can't keep pumping balls into the box and expect anything different. Fun fact is, Portugal crossed the ball 154 times, that is 3 more than any other team in these Euros. Ronaldo doesn't force his teammates to cross, but his influence and actions of screaming and throwing his arms when they don't plays a big role. I mean, this makes it a lot easier for defenders because they know exactly where the danger is. And given that he's losing his power, I mean the aerial ability and everything, this was child's play to them. To deepen their chances, all their wingers were forced wide, and Bruno was the only threat from midfield. One last thing is the whole free kick fiasco. Credit to him for having scored 61 free kicks in his long career, but that was just poor sportsmanship. Was that against France in that ridiculous angle? Come on, man. Come on. Anyway, I really hope he is doing well mentally. I mean, he seemed really broken after that penalty miss. But again, he has proven to be a monster over and over again. He can do it over and over again. That's why we consider him the best. I personally don't rank him as the real best, but he's up there. is up there. You know what I mean? I would love to hear what you guys think. See you in the next one.